All right, Aaron, tell us about the case we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, so this one we got, it's someone whose lawyer has kind of ghosted them. It says, can I change personal injury lawyer due to unresponsiveness? So they had a major accident, considerable injury, ton of medical expenses. The driver that hit them though has a really big policy, but there is disagreement as to who's at fault for the accident. They went to mediation, didn't really go anywhere, and now their lawyer has been unresponsive for like 6 months. They said they're about to go to trial, they ignore their calls and messages. What should I do? Should I just wait around and let them get it together, or should I move on to a different lawyer?
Well, you shouldn't do nothing, is the first piece of advice I would say. This is a tough spot. It sounds like you've got a case with real serious injuries, serious policy limits, so millions of dollars of policy limits probably. So you've got a valuable case. It sounds like the tough piece of the case is that it's a big dispute over who's at fault. What needs to be happening, particularly if you've gone through mediation, you've filed a lawsuit, you've put the case this far down the road, you need to have excellent communication with your lawyer. And the fact that you haven't talked to your lawyer in 6 months is shocking. I mean, if truly the client has been reaching out to the law firm and been diligent about trying to reach out to them, and they haven't gotten a response in 6 months, that's a huge red flag and a huge problem. I mean, because it sounds like this is a 6, maybe 7-figure case, and they're about to have to walk into a courtroom and present this person's injuries to a jury. If I were the client, I would do this. I would demand a meeting in person with my lawyer and my entire legal team immediately. I would say, I want to have a meeting within the next 10 days. You ought to be able to get that set up. Then you need to sit down and you need to have a list of all of your gripes about the communication problems you've had, about what's been done, what's not been done, and you need to get a comprehensive update on where your case is. And if you're not satisfied after that meeting, then you do need to consider changing attorneys. And changing attorneys, let me say this, is not something to be done lightly. It's not something to be done on a whim just because you had a bad day with your lawyer, or they missed one of your phone calls and didn't call you back. That happens. But if you've got consistent non-communication, you've got a trial coming up, it's a 6 or 7-figure case, and you're not confident in your lawyer, that's a huge problem.
My concern would be, they say that they're going to trial in like 2 weeks. I mean,
oh wow,
I
missed that. Yeah.
Are you able to switch attorneys and have them get up to speed that quickly? I mean,
it's tough.
Can you talk to the judge and get them to put a stay on the case?
Yeah, I think if you absolutely said, hey, look, I've had a terrible communication problem with my attorneys, I want to switch attorneys, case by case analysis. But most judges would give you some additional time to get a lawyer and give you some continuances to come back and try the case. But it's not going to be long, and it may even be hard to find a lawyer that late in the process. A lot of lawyers are going to look at this case and say, look, it might be a good case, but kind of like a chef, it's like you've already baked the cake and now I got to put my name on it and sell it, right? We may not like what the other attorneys have done, the way they've prepared the case, and then that hampers your ability to go try someone else's case, right? Again, it's just shocking to me that they're weeks away from a major trial and they haven't talked to their lawyer in 6 months. And that's just a huge red flag.